What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? ScottJAw here with another episode of Left 4 Dead Tuesdays, and tonight we're doing a couple different mods. First up, I am playing the campaign Beldurra by Mashed Torpedoes, and it is a very, very nice campaign. I played through all 3 levels, and if you'll notice, it says Atlanta is safe. I personally think that's an Easter egg, a little shout out to The Walking Dead, with the comic and the TV show starting off in Atlanta. And you'll notice I have Ronald McDonald, I have SlenderMan Nick, which was requested by a subscriber, Bryson. So I know you requested it a couple times, Bryson. There you go. And as always, I have the Tron medkit, the Fallout HUD, improved blood textures, informal skyboxes, and then I have the general fixes thing on, so I can use a melee, a pistol, and my regular like full weapon. And if you'll notice too, look at all that. It looks like paintball, right? Like paintballs exploding. It's a mod called Groovy Blood, and it's phenomenal. I love it. It's actually probably the favorite thing that I used in tonight's game. I want to maybe go back and do like the Teletubbies mod again, or the My Little Pony, just something really cartoony with that blood. I think that would make for a good video. So this is pretty much just like a little, like a compilation to show the map off. I was going to put up the whole entire campaign, but like I said, I died in the third and final wave, or third and final campaign. So I'm just going to show off a couple highlights. This being another amazing thing that Mashed Torpedoes did. It's like a custom NPC, because I've never seen that zombie before in the thousands of Left 4 Dead 2 games that I've played. But he actually put the katana in the tree. You can't kill the zombie, and you can just use the katana. It's there like you would pick up a normal weapon off the ground. So kudos to you, Mashed Torpedoes. That is a really, really cool idea. And there's a couple other like custom things that he did in here. But I'm just going to show off a few highlights for just the first round. First off, there's another custom map of a guy in camo. And it actually looks like the dude that they use in the not Left 4 Dead, the Day of the Dead remake. It looked like him. I could be wrong. You have a full arsenal of weapons right here. You have, like, you know, Molotovs and the little ammo packs. I don't know if those are incendiary or the other. You can tell I'm just like watching and then messing up on what I'm saying. But yeah, frag rounds. That's what I meant to say. But there's a really good mixture of weapons laying around. He did a good job of putting weapons and ammo and even health packs in great places for you to get to them, because the hordes in this campaign are brutal. I mean, there are a lot of hordes, and even when it's just common infected, there's such thick waves that it's really hard to like not die when they're all coming at you, especially when you're playing with bots, because as you all know, bots are just obnoxious to play with. They don't really do anything. You always have to be in the lead, and a lot of times like they'll trigger a witch, which is obnoxious, because then you end up getting killed because the witch will come after you. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to go over to the safe house, or towards the safe house. And you'll notice, I think this is really cool what he did. The witch, and the witches are really kind of easy. It seems like they're lower damage than the normal campaigns. But he actually has her trailing, like we're behind her. And I just think this looks really cool the way it did. She actually goes downstairs. She doesn't come and like mess with anybody. And sometimes in the campaigns, if a witch even knows you're remotely close, she'll come at you. And then other times you could be walking right past her with a flashlight and she's fucking playing Barbie dolls on the ground while she cries or something, being all emo. But I like it. I think he did a good job. A jockey, I thought for sure that the witch was going to come at me when the jockey jumped on my head, but she didn't. She just chilled there. And then you'll notice too, when somebody finally like distracts her, they kill her within like 30 seconds of distracting her. There she is, just standing there. Like usually with this much gunfire, a witch would be, look, she's coming back. A witch would be all over you. And you'll see somebody pisses her off. I think it's Nick. Look at her, look at the witch. She's all naked and like screaming. She's gonna explode. He just killed her like with ease. Alright, another part of the level design, and like I said, this is only from the first like level of the campaign, which are 3. It's this weird little like labyrinth of sorts. There's all these different areas that you can go into, and I got a little lost, but it wasn't too lost. Like, you know, when the person who makes the map, they try to get you lost and you're just like backtracking 5 minutes. It really wasn't like that, and it's sped up a little bit just because it is quite a large labyrinth. Like I said, it took me maybe 20-30 minutes just to get through the first portion of this campaign. And there are 3, which I think is probably the 3rd or 4th time that I've actually said that. So yes, everybody, there are 3 parts of this campaign. And I'm just all over the place because I just got done playing it. And I wanted to put the video up earlier, but I got stuck on level 3 and I just kept playing over and over and over. And when I do finally put up the full campaign, when I beat 3 and put up a full walkthrough, you'll see there's one glitchy area that needs to be fixed. But besides that, great map. And right here we're getting near the safe house. It's kind of cool. He put it so that you have to use a propane tank to blow up the door and get in. And poor Slender Nick, you know, you kill all those people, so I just made that propane tank blow up in your back. There's another witch. This kid loved witches. I think I ran into maybe 2 tanks the entire 3 levels that I played, but there were at least 1 or 2 witches per level, which I personally hate the witch. I'd rather have to fight a tank than a witch any day of the week because witches are just brutal. And we're coming up to the end. This is like a little sewer area. There's so many different facets of this map. We've been through like warehouses, we've been through a courtyard, and now we're going through a sewer. And this is all sped up just so you can kind of get an idea of it. There's another witch right there. We go in here, and there's like all these intricate little tunnels underground where you have common infected coming out after you, and it's crazy. I mean, the kid did a really good job. It's mashed potatoes, and once again, it's called the Beldurra. Mashed potatoes. Mashed torpedoes. Sorry, guy. But it's called Beldurra. It's in the Steam Workshop. I will put the links in the description box below, along with Groovy Blood, Ronald McDonald, SlenderMan Nick, and there's also a SlenderMan Smoker model, which I personally enjoy more than the Nick SlenderMan. I would rather have somebody trying to kill me that's Slender instead of somebody trying to fight me. And there weren't too many like horror. I mean, because I guess it's a horror game. But there weren't too many things like that in the workshop to skin up, so you can have a full cast of survivors made up of like creepypasta or scary spaghetti, whatever you want to call it, or even other horror stuff. I mean, it's mostly people that are trying to kill horror stuff. So, working my way towards this safe room. The katana is still my favorite weapon. Just slice and dice. I feel like a samurai. And these guys are actually coming out of the safe room, which is just, when do you ever see that? When do you ever see them coming out of the safe room? It doesn't happen. So, good job, mashed torpedoes. Everybody, this was Beldurra. See y'all next week. And until then, take it easy. Peace.